So coming off at indoor nationals, we definitely, we're going to set the bar pretty high coming off of our success from there. We have potential to score in a lot of different events, so I think it's going to be a busy weekend for us. So yeah, we definitely want to get top 5, top 3 finish would be awesome for the team as a whole. So we're just really excited for the weekend and we have high expectations. Yeah, I'd say we definitely feel prepared. Conference went great. We scored pretty much to the dot exactly what we were supposed to score, so it went exactly how we wanted it to. It's been nice having a couple weeks off since conference and the last chance meet, so I think everyone's rested, we're ready to go. There's not a whole lot of injuries going on right now, so I think we're feeling pretty confident and hope that it pays off this next weekend. It's going to be very hard competing for the last time as a Doane Tiger. I don't think I could actually bring to words what this experience has meant to me over the last 4 years. My coaches, my teammates, I mean, they're literally the greatest program in the country, and we have just been so fortunate to have them over the last 4 years, and I can't thank them enough for all the relationships that I've been able to build, the competitions that I've been able to go to. Everything has just been phenomenal. So hopefully I can pay my coaches by this weekend and hopefully give them some great performances alongside my teammates. So just want to give back to them one last time because they have gave everything to me over the last 4 years and it's meant a lot. So hopefully it goes out on a good note.
I don't really see it as any different. Last year I went in with not the highest ranked jump in the nation, and it's the same as this year. I don't have the highest jump in the nation right now, but gonna take care of business down there. It's great competition in practice. We got three of the guys that were on the winner's stand at indoor nationals will be returning and jumping. So that's always nice. And then once you actually get to the meet, it's not, when you have that many guys in the same event that are on the same team as you, it's less you against everyone else and more us against everyone else. It's awesome. It's great. The whole process along the way, just the staff and everyone took care of me really well and helped set me up for success in my event and in football as well.
I'm feeling pretty good. Training's been going well. We've kind of started to back things off a little bit, so I'm feeling good about that. Had a pretty long conference meet with the steeple and 5K, but I've had weeks to recover in there, done a lot of speed work, so just kind of keeping sharp and getting ready to go. There's a little bit of pressure coming in with the fastest time, but I think I'm competitive enough that when I'm put into that situation that I'll be able to hopefully come out on top or give my best. Obviously the goal would be to beat the school record down there and come home a national champion, but I'll take one or the other as long as it's a really good race. That's kind of just what I want to do, is have a good race. Job number one is make it to finals though, so just kind of got to focus on the prelim right now, but I'm feeling pretty good. I think I'm ready to go. I'm kind of glad that I get to just focus on that one race because I think that'll be beneficial to me in the long run. I love bringing a big group down there. I love having teammates around. Not only does it help with the support for myself, I really feel that love and support and that base that we've got there, but it also gives me something to think about besides just myself. I can cheer on my teammates, which is one of my favorite things to do. And when I see them succeed, it only drives me harder to yes, they did their part, now it's my turn, I need to do my part. But it's nice because we're there for each other through the ups and the downs, but that big group, we all have a chance to be a part of something special. So I'm excited that there's a large group coming. I think it definitely helps. It helps with the mental aspect, but it gives you a little bit something bigger to compete for than just yourself and what you're doing. We have high expectations always, but this year the bar, we've already set it pretty high. So we're trying to do everything that we can to come out on top or as high as we possibly can. I think right now we're going in rated 3rd, but once you get there, anything can happen, and Alabama's kind of a whole new scene for us. So we're kind of have a lot of people that are just right on the edge. And so, you know, if we can just push ourselves and we have that level of competition to just go a little bit farther, run a little bit faster, things like that, I think it'll all pull together and we might be able to surprise ourselves even more than we think. But the expectations are definitely up there, but we're all ready to rise to the challenge together.
Everything's been going really well. Ed's gotten us doing some good training. We've been hitting the events really hard, getting some technical stuff down, just working on timing, making sure everything's going well. Otherwise, I feel like I'm ready to go, ready to compete at a high level, and that's exactly where we want to be. There is a point goal. I'd like to score at least 7,800, and that's a pretty good goal. I think that should help me qualify for that USA meet. Hopefully. The qualifying standard is 7,900 for the A standard, but they take the top 16, so we'll see where that puts me. The last race is definitely going to be one of the big ones to make sure I stay focused and I try to hit a really good time. Other than that, I need to have some good events on the second day, like hurdles, have some good throws. Throws are always one where you can make up some points pretty easy. Oh, it's been great. I try not to take any day for granted. It's been an experience, and I'd want anyone that wants to do it to try it. It's awesome. So I think it'll all hit me after I get done with this last meet. Right now, I'm just kind of focused and trying to make sure I stay on top of the game and ready to go.
I mean, when you bring as many kids as we're taking to nationals, it's kind of like indoors. If you catch on fire individually and kids start picking up and things, and you know, we hit a lot of 8th places and 7th places, and a lot of times you end up 9th, 10th, 11th on some of those kids. But it's a good crew on the men's side. I mean, we scored 40 more points than we're supposed to at the conference meet. So you know they can step up when they need to. And we have some big upsides, you know, with the multi, with 5 in there right away. And if we can get things started off solid with those guys and then start picking things up with the vault, which is really late with scoring. So we're going to start early and finish late pretty strong, I think, with everybody. But if we start rolling with the kids that we have, you know, they've proven that they can step up and have a good meet. And, you know, I don't know where that's going to get us on the podium. We were one place out of it. You know, that's a goal would be to try to get on the podium for the men's side. I mean, the women, you know, like at conference, I mean, we did what we needed to do. And I think at the national meet, as long as you do what you've done coming in, you'll be solid. And then just the adrenaline of being at the national meet sometimes can bring in some pretty good marks for you. But if we go in and do what we've done, we'll be solid. On the women's side, I think whoever gets to 70 points is going to be able to win the national meet. And Concordia is going to be tough. And in our conference, which we've been against them every week, so we knew who the best is, and we beat them at conference. And we have a good opportunity to place in a lot of different events, and we got some places we have to score pretty high in at the national meet in order to be at the high level. But again, I want to be on the podium on both sides, and if we can do that, then I think we've had a pretty successful year. And the individual efforts, I mean, we had 32 All-Americans indoors, which is unheard of. So if we can produce the same kind of efforts and things that we did indoors, I think we could be competitive with that number. I mean, Kill's finally healthy. Maybe not as in great condition as far as running the events and things that we need, but he put a great score up at conference, and we have a pretty good goal. He has to score 77 or 77.50 in order to make the Olympic trials, and the national record is 7,800, I believe, and that's a deal that we've looked at since the first of the year to try to score our most points at the national meet, because we know it's going to be 80, 90 degrees. We know we're going to have good weather there, so we're looking to put up a great score, and if it comes, it does. But we've been training to do this, and it's his last hurrah, so we won't be leaving anything out there and cruising through this one. We'll be giving everything we can in the decathlon, and he's got the long jump in the middle of it, but that's something we're not focusing on, where he jumped on the track and jumped 24:11, maybe in a pole vault, which is the last day he can do, which leads to, you know, the 5 vaulters that we got going. All of them have an opportunity to place, and Annie Tatum is the favorite going into it, coming off last year's national championships. And the bigger the meets, the bigger Andy shows up, and he's been pushed every day with 3 vaulters that are in the top 5 in the nation. So he knows what it's like to compete every day, and hopefully he'll step up and take these young guys, and we can place pretty high with those guys. And again, we start off with multis, and we have 3 out of the top 4 multi girls going in, and they kind of separate. Those 4 girls separate themselves by 200, 300 points. And again, if we go in and do what we're supposed to do on the women's side, we'll have an opportunity for any one of those 3, Brianna or Kylie or Paige, to be national champions, and on that. And then Tamika performed really well. She doesn't have much competition through the season to jump far, but we saw what she could do indoors when she pulled out a national championship, and I think she'll be ready to compete at nationals as well. And Marissa is just a tremendous team girl. Anytime I've ever heard her talk, she talks more about all of her teammates doing well, and doesn't really focus much on herself, but she needs to do a little bit more of that, because she's got a great chance of performing at a very high level in the steeple, and we're letting her concentrate on that instead of running her in a lot of different races. And she's got 10-second lead on everybody. She's still got to perform and do things, and she'll want to be better when she gets there. So that'll be huge for us in the steeple to go and do that. And Brommel's been running great. The last race of the year, she fell over the last hurdle, and she was leading one of the best hurdlers in the nation that ran 14.1. You know, so we're thinking she can run 14 flat, or maybe even break 14. And Sydney and Kaylin and Brommel, and the hurdles are big. All 3 of them have a chance to be in the top 8 at nationals, and Sid's been running really strong in workouts, and Kaylin's getting better. So we're looking forward to a strong hurdle group too.